Hey folks, it's Friday. I'm starting on the kitchen wall. Something don't seem right. I just can't put my finger on it. Well, this shows you how rotted out this wall is due to the water damage. And apparently it's from the hood vent. The water's come in here, and then the hood vent and this hole was full of nothing but mud dauber nests. And there's the vent, the hood vent. If you look inside here, it's just nothing but mud. That's why the fan didn't work. So I'm gonna throw that in the garbage. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna fool with keeping it. I'm gonna rebuild this whole wall section and do something else as far as the cabinets go. I was trying to take them out and be easy, but these old trailers, I don't even know if they still use them. They're called trailer screws. It's what everybody I've talked to calls them. It takes a square head like this, a square bit to get them out, and they are a pain in the arse. So they won't even come out. They'll just get stripped and get stuck. So I've been hitting stuff with a hammer and just ripping it out, trying to save what I can. But this is going to come out too. This whole area. Now this wall right here is probably going to stay, but if I got to take it out, I will. And then, you know, there's bad floor down here, and the floor's been replaced here, but you can see where it's, I'm just going to replace it all. What I'll probably do is I'm going to cut a full 4x8 section out and just replace this whole area with a new 4x8 sheet of subfloor, 3/4 inch. And I'll probably do that over there, around there as well. So yeah, I just decided to take a break and make a little update video. The only thing holding that in are those stupid trailer screws that you can't get out, because they've got them all the way up in here on, you know, back behind that lip. And man, they use a lot of staples and finishing nails and those trailer screws. I mean, there's just massive loads of stuff that they use to put this stuff together with. And if somebody ever tells me that mobile homes are not built well, I'm going to have to disagree. Because it's a lot of work taking one apart. So, okay, it's about 9:30 at night. Thought I would make another video for you guys and show you how bad this wall is. And that's it. Even the top plate's all messed up. There'll be a lot of work in this wall. I've been slowly pulling out stuff like the insulation, putting it in a bag, getting rid of it, and the dust is pretty heavy in here. That's why I'm trying to go slow and not stir a lot of it up, because it plays havoc with my sinuses. But yeah, all the insulation was just totally black junk. Ain't no telling how much mold I've inhaled, but it is what it is. So, more tomorrow. Yeah, as you can see, the floor here, this is where the stove goes. It's fairly soft. I could probably get away just by going around the wall here and going here and just cutting out this bad and patching it like right here. But I don't want to do that. I've actually had second thoughts about the quality of work I've done in the bathroom. So I think I'm going to rip up everything I did in the bathroom and redo it and make it right. Granted, I used, you know, a lot of scrap pieces, and I was just trying to not be wasteful, but I know that if I don't go back and do it the way it should be done, I'm never going to be happy with it. So I'm going to tear the bathroom floor up and you know, redoing that. They did put down, well, let's walk back here, and they did put down the toilet flange, got my drain and everything hooked up, so I can actually install my toilet and get this underway, but I'm just not. As you can see, I got the shower pulled out because I wanted them to fix a couple water lines down here that came across, or not came across, came apart. And this is the shower. And you can see they got the toilet flange on the floor, and they got the shower drain over here. They hooked up the plumbing underneath with T's in it. That way, when I'm ready to hook up my sink drain and everything I can. You see this piece here that the toilet flange is on. I'm leaving this section. It's all this other stuff that I piecemealed together I'm not happy with. And I'm going to replace it all. And I'm going to go all the way to the wall and get rid of all this because it's just the right thing to do. And I just can't deal with myself if I don't do it. So yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do. Just trying to muster up that spirit of let's fix stuff. And my mood today is just F it. But sometimes you have to embrace the suck and do stuff you don't want to anyway. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. And here it is a couple hours later. I've got one sheet of the floor up. I think I still need to trim down on this end because I don't think I've got just enough cut out. But there you go. I've got underneath the wall and underneath the front wall there cleaned out to where I can get my subfloor. The header board looks like it's in really good shape. It don't look like it has any rot or anything on it, so that's a plus. The vents, where it's been sat vacant so long, a lot of mice and stuff have got down inside the vent right here. They're little critters, and they made a big nest, so I have to make sure before I fire up that furnace, I've got up in here. I'll probably just have a company come in and use their little machines and clean out all the vents, because I'm not trying to breathe in HEPA virus from all the mouse poop and all the little critters. So that's it. It's kind of nice every time I take out a section of floor, I clean out a section that's underneath the trailer and as far out as I can reach, any leaves or any junk or anything like that. So I'm kind of knocking out two birds with one stone. So there it is. Man, it was work. The hard part is just getting that from underneath the walls enough to where you've got a good bite for the new subfloor to go underneath half of the wall so you can anchor it back down. So, oh well. Let's get to laying this plywood down. Here we go. It is now 8 o'clock at night. And I've got this section of the floor removed. I've got it braced. That way it'd be a little extra solid. And I'm getting ready to lay down my floor here. So I thought I would give you guys an update. So yeah. This isn't really a hard job to do. It's just time consuming. And you just can't go fast. You just keep finding things you have to pull out, like nails or staples or, you know, excuse me, get sleepy. You got to try to get underneath the walls as best as you can and scrape a lot of that old stuff out and pull the trailer screws out of this 1x2 or 1x3 or whatever it is on the bottom there. Try to pull out the trailer screws if you can. It makes the particle board that's underneath that wall section a lot easier to come out. Sometimes you just can't, so you just have to keep breaking it off and breaking it off until you can get back there to where it's flush with that plate, that wood plate. So, okay, I'm going to set down this plywood now, see how it fits. And it is now probably about 10 o'clock. I got this section of the floor done. You can see I've got the other board that's leaning against the wall. I got it nice and far up underneath the existing wall, and I added an extra 2x4 to the header board that where it's a nice, you know, probably a spot about that wide for the new subfloor to sit on. And this right here is just to give me a little strength, because right here on the old floor there's no support underneath of it. The support stops right at the end of the new piece of wood. So just to keep me from stepping on it, breaking it, and falling through, or the dog going through it, I just put this here for right now. So that's it. It's all nice and solid. Tomorrow I will try to get, you know, two sections, maybe even 3 done tomorrow. Just depends what all I got going on and how energetic I feel. I had to make myself do this today. It was a struggle. I did not want to do it, but I did it. So that's what it looks like. It's coming along. Hey, what's going on, folks? It's Thursday, I think, and I'm back at it. And I've started removing this section of the floor, and I'm trying to come up with a game plan. I think I'm going to take my little chainsaw, and I'm cutting this board here. I can feel back behind it, and it feels nice and solid. I don't feel any rot on the back side. There's no moisture. So that's good. So I think I'm going to go and take my chainsaw and cut right here. Just like that. And all this stuff is good. And all the plate down here on the bottom is good. There's no rot in this. And the little bit of wood from the original floor that I had to leave underneath of it, I couldn't scrape it all out. I got 95% of it out. It's all nice and dry, so I'm not worried about that at all. So I'm probably going to cut here and come down at an angle. My wire nut came off. And cut about right here. And everything else from there over, I'm going to take up. All this is coming out right here. All these 2x4s are coming out. And this bottom board's coming out, and I did find some rot in this bottom plate. So I don't know what they've got going on here. This is something somebody did, and it's not good. So I might be removing all this. We're doing all this repair work, and then yeah. Okay, so here we are on the outside. You can see where some of the problems started is they've taken nails. They nailed into the top board plus the skirting and created a lot of water leaks. I haven't seen any evidence where they tried to seal it or fix anything. So that's where a lot of the problem comes from. And it goes all the way down past the living room window, all the way down to the very end of the trailer. So all that's going to be coming out. But first I want to get the inside done. Or this wall finish. The temperatures dropped quite considerably. Winter is just around the corner. And I don't think we're going to have a fall. I think it's just going to go summertime, winter. With maybe the occasional tree changing color. But all these screws here, you got one here, one here. Well, these are actually staying. These here. These are coming out. Y'all probably can't even see. Let me step back. Okay. You got all those there. You got there, and you can see the white ones. Those are new. I put those there when I first got the place because that's where the metal was buckled out. A lot of critters and water and stuff like that got in behind it through there. So a lot of these screws are going to come out. Okay, I found a small little hazard here. These trailers, when they put the wiring in, they would cut a notch in the 2x4, like you can see down here. And then they run the wires through, then they put that plate over top of it. And some of them have been anchored inside that notch with a staple. Well, as you can see here, somebody was nice enough to drive that staple right through the center of this electrical wire. Which, I'm guessing that's not healthy. So if you are tearing down these walls and stuff in these old trailers, be extra careful. You know, you don't stumble upon stuff like this, and make sure you have all the power to the wall or the room you're working on off. Because I don't know a whole lot about electricity, but I don't think that is safe or the proper way to anchor a wire. So I'm going to pull that out, and then I'm just going to wrap that with electrical tape. I really don't see any point in doing anything else. If you have any electricians might see this, leave comments below and let me know what you think. Just to show you, it's not as heavy as it really is. It's Sunday, I guess about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm still working in the kitchen. As you can see, I've got 3 sections of the kitchen finished, which was the part that I needed to where I could start rebuilding this wall. Now what I'm doing here is this top plate is fairly solid all the way to about here. I've taken a hammer and beat this. Although there's some evident water damage, it's good and solid. So I'm going to, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to go ahead and take this whole piece out all the way to this 2x4 and replace this whole section with a new 2x4. I don't know what I was thinking. Kind of like I did here on the bottom. Or what I'm doing right now, I'm just knocking out all this old tile because I want to get that 2x4 up on the little 1x1 ceiling joist going across. And then I'm going to nail it all together or screw it or whatever. And once that's finished, then I'm going to go on the outside, remove all the screws or all the nails that they nailed to the side of this trailer, which caused all the water damage on this wall, with my caulk. And I'm going to fill in all those little holes, you know, on the kitchen section of the exterior wall so water doesn't come in again. And then I'm going to start adding the interior pieces of the wall and getting it ready. Okay, it's Monday, about, I think it's 11:15. And today I finished the wall. It is 100% done. This section at least. And yes, I'm tired. But you're not going to believe what I seen today. I really can't believe I seen it myself. Okay. The last part of this video that you seen this wall was blank, right? Well, I had it taken the screws, the sheet metal screws, wherever the hell they are. Well, these, okay? And I fastened all the metal together. This seam right here, okay? All the metal was joined together. It was pretty stout, okay? Couldn't see no light through it. It was sealed, because I didn't want rain to get through it. So, I started my new job today. Yes, I got a job. That was my plan, is when the weather got cold, I was going to go back to work. So, went to my first day for MTD. Yeah, the ride more place. Well, I come home, and it looked like the side of my trailer was blown open. It was crazy. It looked a lot worse than it was. But you know what caused that? Well, I'm going to show you what caused that. This is what caused it. This big, furry, rotten, hot mess. Okay? She was so aggravated. She gets separation anxiety, but I didn't realize it was that bad. She went over here and run through the side of the trailer outside. So when I came home today at 3 o'clock this afternoon, this big muddy thing came over to the side of my truck, and it was her. I had to give her a bath and then finish building this wall and do a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, she crashed through this metal trailer.